Welcome or welcome back to the channel. I'm Tequila B with TruLuv Designs, and today I will be reviewing the Wanda Pencil Skirt, which is a charm pattern by Gertie, and it is this pattern here. I was inspired to make this pattern because of this front thigh zipper that is on the pattern cover. I absolutely fell in love with that. I have a similar skirt in my wardrobe already, except the zipper is in the back. You can unzip the zipper so that it acts as like a back vent to give you more room to walk, or you can have it zipped all the way up and just have a very traditional pencil skirt. So, for a long time, I wanted to remake that skirt, but when I saw this pattern, I was like, this is it. So that's why I decided to make this pattern. Let's talk about the pattern details. Now, once again, this is the Wanda Pencil Skirt by Charm Patterns, which is Gertie's line of patterns. This is a skirt pattern with a couple variations. You can make the version with the thigh slit zipper in the front, or you can make the version that does not have the thigh slit zipper and it has the back vent. On both versions of the skirt, there is a back zipper to make it easy for you to get in and out of the skirt. There are two size ranges for this pattern, the first being 2 to 20 and the second being 18 to 34. So just use the finished garment measurements to determine which size range you prefer to sew. This pattern does have 6 pieces. It does not have a true waistband. You do have front and back waistband facings that are sewn into the skirt to give waistband, your waistband a little bit more stabilization. You will need interfacing for your front and back waistbands. Okay. And while I'm talking about that, let's just go over the fabric and the notions needed for this pattern. It's recommended imitation leathers like pleather and bottom weight wovens, cottons like twill denim, corduroy, and sateen, linen and linen blends, wool tweed and suitings, brocade, and silk wool blends. Stretch wovens are possible, but knit fabrics are not recommended for this design. And yes, I agree with that. Do not use knits for this pattern, okay? Materials and the notions. You need your fabric for your skirt, lining for your skirt, matching thread, lightweight fusible interfacing, woven or tricot is recommended. You do need 1 1/4 inch wide fusible stay tape to stabilize your zipper areas. You need a 9-inch regular nylon zipper, a 22-inch invisible zipper for the thigh slit version if that's the version you choose to make. You need a hook and eye, but that is optional, and a bar from a hook and bar set. The fabric that I use for this pattern is an Ankara print, which I purchased at Hobby Lobby. It is 100% cotton. It's purple and yellow flowers with black and white, and I just really fell in love with this fabric when I saw it, and I knew that I wanted to use it to make this skirt pattern. So I did get this fabric from my stash. I did not go out to purchase it to make this skirt per se, but it was already in my stash from a purchase maybe last year or earlier this year. I'm not sure. But yeah. So, but it did come from Hobby Lobby. So you can source this fabric if you need to. Let's talk about construction. This pattern was not hard to construct. It was my first time sewing anything with princess seams. So I think this is kind of how I got off with the first skirt that I attempted to make. Mind you, I made one version, I tried to do adjustments, scrapped that, and I just started all the way over and made the final garment that you see here. But it was not hard to sew. It actually comes together fairly quickly. If you don't run into any bumps or hiccups along the way, I say you can finish this skirt probably within a good 2 hours. If you're going to do it all in one setting, you can finish this within a good 2 to 3 hours. mm, Probably closer to the 2 hour end, because everything is a straight stitch. You don't have to worry about any zigzags, but you do have to install two zippers, an invisible zipper and then a regular zipper. What caused me the biggest issue with this pattern is in the section that is marked thigh slit with invisible zipper. When you get to step number 3, which is when it tells you to install your invisible zipper, choosing the right pattern pieces was tripping me up, because with these princess seams, you have all of these curved lines. And so when I was sewing things that I felt went around the hip area, it didn't necessarily go on the hip area. And then I do think there's like a discrepancy on the pattern pieces that you're told to use for the invisible zipper. Now, this time when I made the second skirt, I was sure to leave my pattern pieces, the paper pattern pieces, pinned to my fabric pattern pieces. That way I could cut down on the confusion. I could make sure that I had the right pieces, because a lot of them do look alike. And I could reference those pattern pieces for the zipper markings that it told me to go by, if that makes sense. Still a little confusing, but I did my best at following and looking at my pattern pieces and make sure I was sewing the right pieces together for the invisible zipper part. One thing I will say about this pattern with the instructions, go line by line. I kept wanting to read like all of the instructions for that step at one time, but it was so confusing. So I made sure to go line by line and really pay attention to what I was doing. It's still possible that I messed up somewhere, but the skirt came out great. So, no complaints on the second one. Gertie does have a tutorial on YouTube for this skirt pattern, but it is for the version without the thigh slit zipper. She's doing the version with the back vent. She also tells you how to construct your lining as you go, which is something that I left out on this pattern. I'm not a big fan of linings in my skirts for very specific reasons. I've just never liked skirts with lining in them. So for me, that's not a big deal, because I do own slips and I will wear a slip if I need to wear a slip. So for me, the lining was unnecessary. The only modification that I made to this skirt is the length of the skirt. I shortened this pattern by 3 inches. I would have done 4, but the hem takes up 1 inch. So I only cut off 3 inches. And the length hits me perfect, like perfectly. Okay. Now, the fit of the skirt is supposed to fit the body just like a pencil skirt should. When it comes to the finished measurements of this pattern, I found myself needing a smaller size. So the first skirt that I made, I did make it in a size 8. And if you watched the previous 2 videos, you could see that there was a lot more room than I needed in the skirt. So when I made the second skirt, I went down to a size 6. And that was like the perfect fit. So I will say, make a muslin. Make a muslin first, just to see which size is going to fit you best. You don't even have to like use the full pattern piece. You can like do half the pattern piece just to make sure it's going to fit you around the waist. It's going to fit you around the hips. It's not going to be too baggy and leave you with too much room. That is one thing that I would recommend. That way you don't waste any fabric. I kind of feel like I wasted fabric with this first version, but not really, because I think I want to do something with this fabric. I'm not even going to rip the stitches out. I'm going to leave it like that, but I am going to use it to do something with. I haven't figured out what. I will say that the skirt is comfortable to wear. It's not too tight. It's not too snug. It's not too long. It hits just right. Now, As far as if it looks like the pattern cover, I will say yes. One thing that I can say about the second skirt compared to the first skirt is that my invisible zipper was much more invisible in the first skirt. The second skirt, not as invisible as I would like for it to be. And here's the first one here, and I don't know why or how I got this one so invisible but not the other. I can kind of remember doing something crazy, which is probably why it's not as invisible as it should be. But moving on. So this is the first skirt, and that's the invisible zipper here. And as you can see, that is just like so invisible. On the second skirt, I don't know. I kind of remember putting this together like um it was a regular zipper. So this is partially on me, and I'm telling you, I can see it in my head, and I know what I did. I know what I did. I know what I did wrong and why it looks like an exposed zipper. Like it should be a lot more invisible. But I'm not mad at it, and it's okay. Would I sew this skirt again? Um, yes, I would sew this skirt again, but not anytime soon. It's gonna be a hot minute before I sew this pattern again. Number one, I really want Gertie to do a tutorial on the thigh slit version because I need to confirm what pattern pieces I should be using for this invisible zipper. And it would just help to have some guidance with that. Yeah, that's going to be my only thing about sewing it again. Like, I'm really going to have to sleep on it. I do like the skirt, and I want another one like that. I actually was planning to make two, but when this one threw me all of these curveballs and whatnot, I was just like, I can't do it again. Not anytime soon. Not anytime soon at all. I would recommend this pattern for an intermediate to advanced sewers. So I really don't recommend it for beginners, but if you want to try it, by all means do. Don't let anybody tell you what to try or what not to try because you can do whatever you put your mind to. And that's how you get better on your skills, techniques, and more complicated, more involved garments. So go for it. I did already model this skirt in the previous two videos that I made, part one and part two, for the process on making this skirt. So I will just insert that same clip here for those of you who missed it so that you can see how this finished garment looks on me. Let me know down below if you've made this pattern before, if you're considering making it, and if you have made it before, what was your experience with this pattern? What were your takeaways? What tips do you have for me on making this skirt in the future? Let me know. I'm about to get into some fall sewing, and this pattern was really on my list of skirts to make for some of my fall garments, but I'm second guessing that one. So if you know of a good pencil skirt pattern, let me know down below. Make sure you like the video and subscribe if you haven't already, and check out parts 1 and 2 of this sewing process if you haven't already. Until next time, keep sewing.